coming out on top 9-3. Waterloo was down 9-0 after 4. Pirates committing 8 errors in that game. Belleville only had 3 total hits, but ended up scoring those 9 runs. That was the Pirates' last game. The last game for the Wildcats. They lost last night in a 6-1 contest to the Stoughton Vikings. Trevon Neath King pitched in that game through 97 pitches. These stats are all courtesy of Game Changer and those stats that are kept on those apps. So he was the one that started last week, Tuesday, against the Pirates. We will not see him tonight. Umpires giving the last of the instructions to the coaches. And it looks like I don't think we're going to be starting early. It's 4:57. Showers in the area earlier today have cleared out. Sunny skies, about 80 degrees. Final instructions from Coach Merkel and Coach Dolphin on the Pirates. And here come the Pirates. Starting on the hill will be Avery Peachy for the Pirates. Peachy pitching in his 4th game with an 0-1 record. ERA of 4.2. 10 innings pitched. 20 strikeouts, averaging 2 in an inning. Those 14 walks, 8 of those in his last outing, which came on April 24th against Cambridge. No decision in that game, pitched 4 innings. Didn't allow a hit, 7 strikeouts. But those 8 walks and 2 hit batters. It's a tight strike zone all around that game. I think between the two teams there must have been at least 18 to 20 walks. So we're hoping for something better today. We'll set the defense for you behind Peachy, his battery mate behind the plate, Ryan Hunter. First base, Dylan Rufner. Second base is Leo Rodriguez Lara. Shortstop, Sawyer Tobias. At third base, Luis Perez Garcia. And the outfielders left to right, Chase Ring in left. Your center fielder is Wyatt Toy. And right field is Emmanuel Granados. We will be set to go here shortly. Leading off for Belleville, number 9, Dylan Kramer. We'll have these defensive set up for you as soon as I'm able to see them. Peachy's first pitch, up high, ball 1. And we are underway right at 5 o'clock. 75 degrees in Waterloo, winds out of the east-southeast. At 5 miles an hour, comes up with a bunt straight to Peachy. He will glove that and on to first. And Rufner has that for the first out. Nice play by Peachy there. So 2 pitches and 1 out brings up Evan Edge. First pitch to him is down low ball at 70 miles an hour. And that misses outside, 2-0. And Peachy with a big leg kick and a grounder tapper outside of third. Stopped there by the third base coach. He'll get that back into Peachy and makes him jump. 2-1 count. And that's foul tipped. 2-2 count. After Peachy behind being 2-0, he's brought it even now. Peachy sets and delivers. Misses outside, 3-2. Slow curve that never started out over the plate. And payoff pitch. Down low, gets by Hunter. Rounding first, but he will stay there. So runner on first for the Wildcats. Owen Griffin, the number 3 hitter for the Wildcats. Edge with a step and a half lead over there, not much. And opening pitch to Griffin is in there for a strike. And excuse me, swing, but foul tipped in the glove of Hunter. 0-2. Edge holding, and Peachy wastes one in the dirt. Good stop by Hunter to keep Edge at first. 1-2 to Griffin. Griffin holds. Pitch is down low at 53. Can't get that changeup to stay in the zone. And Peachy steps off. Now he's ready. Pitch comes in, excuse me, swing, and that is Peachy's first strikeout of the game. 2 down. Brings up Dawson Smith. Lefty. And pitches outside a ball. Bluff throw down to first by Hunter. Again, Edge not much of a lead over there. Peachy's delivery. Down low, good pick by Hunter. 2-0. Peachy's pitch up high. 3-0. See if Smith has the green light here at 3-0. And not even close. 4-pitch walk, and runners on first and second with 2 down now. Brings up Wes Henry. Peachy delivers in there for a strike. Two-seamer with a little cutback action. Rodriguez Lara holding edge close to second. And another excuse me swing high and tight. And Peachy ahead 0-2. Just like Griffin. He's getting swings on that high inside fastball. Peachy ahead 0-2. Down low, misses. Tried to hit the inside corner. Not a bad waste of a pitch. Henry swings at that one. That's going to be a tapper down to third where Perez Garcia can step on third. 1-2 pitch. Up high and outside. 2-2. And there it is. Popped up. Who's going to call for it? And going to be caught out there by Wyatt Toy with a basket catch. And the side is retired. So the Wildcats strand 2. And through a half inning of play, it's Belleville 0, Waterloo coming up. So Dawson Smith on the mound for Belleville. He closed the game out for Neath King last week Tuesday against the Pirates. Wyatt Toy will stand in for the Pirates to lead off this game. And Toy swings and misses at that one. Toy with a 364 average. And it is 3-0 to Toy. And outside a ball, 3-1. And Toy fouls that one off. And swung on and missed. Toy strikes out for the first out of the inning. Brings up Sawyer Tobias. Bat 375. Opening pitch to him is back to the backstop. Ball one. That's off the catcher's glove. Tobias ahead 2-0. And Tobias with a grounder back through the box at second. And Tobias will have a single. Brings up Dylan Rufner. 367 on the year. Throw back to first and gets by the first baseman and out of play. And Tobias will take second. And Rufner follows that one back. Rufner lets that one go by, back to the fence, and Tobias will take third on the play. So the go-ahead run is 90 feet away. Rufner with a grounder past the shortstop into left field, and Tobias comes in to score. Rufner with an RBI, and the Pirates lead it 1-0. Brings up Ryan Hunter. Leads the team in average at .542. 13 hits, 13 runs, 9 RBIs. And that is a grounder to first. And Hunter retired. Rufner sneaking off the bag there a little bit. So brings up Avery Peachy. .435 on the season. Peachy swung on and missed. Big swing there. And fouls that one out of play. Peachy behind 0-2. Rufner on second with 2 down. Down low. Kept in front of him. And Peachy comes up empty. And the side is retired. But the Pirates pick up a run through 1 inning of play. They lead it 1-0. 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up for Belleville in their half of inning number 2. Bear, Neath King, and Ohms. Varsity team is in the Fireman's Park, taking on Belleville today. See if we can get a score on that one. So Peachy in his second inning of work. Back to live baseball, and swung on and missed. And misses outside a ball. Even at a ball and a strike. That is swung on and foul tipped. Peachy ahead 1-2. And there's a curveball into left field, past Tobias. So Peachy gives up first hit of the game. Short lead over there. Pitch drops low at the bottom of the zone. Changeup at 63. For a strike. Throws over to first. And low outside. Throw down to second. Actually back to Peachy. Stole a base. So runner on second with nobody out. Peachy delivers home. Misses down low. Three. I don't know where Tobias is playing. He's not playing shortstop. He's got to get back to the shortstop spot. He's too far up the middle. And 3-0, 3-1 count, fouled. Out of play. And fouled over the backstop. And we'll do it again at 3-2. And Peachy delivers. Swung on and grounded to the pitcher. Peachy throws on to first. But Bear moves up to third. But there's one out. Brings up Jacob Ohms with a tying run 90 feet away. And there it is, popped up. Who wants it? Shallow center. 3 guys going out and caught out there. Umpire's in my way. Couldn't see who caught that. Looks like Sawyer called everybody off. And 2 outs. Brings up Brady Noble. Extra hitter. Drops low, ball 1. And changeup drops off the table. Swung on and missed, even at a ball and a strike. And Tapper back to Peachy. And he will throw on to first to complete the out. And the side is retired. So through an inning and a half, it remains Waterloo 1, Belleville nothing. Do it for the Pirates, 6, 7, and 8. Perez Garcia, Granados, and Ring scheduled for Waterloo. Through 2 innings of play, they lead it 1-0. Bottom of the second in Waterloo Fireman's Park. The Pirates lead it 1-0. Jackson Burbach with a double. He came around to score. Oh, now heading to the top of the third. But the Pirates lead it 1-0. Similar score here in the JV game. 10-1 and 2 for the Wildcats. Dawson Brown will stand in for his first at bat. And inside corner for Peachy at 67 for a strike. One and one pitch by Peachy down the middle and swung on and missed. He's ahead 1-2. And Tapper foul right in front of the Waterloo dugout. Picked up there by Coach Merkel. And we'll do it again at 1-2. Peachy delivers up high, ball 2. And misses down low. Can't get Brown to bite on that one. And swung on and missed. Changeup at the top of the zone. Brown swung underneath that. And first out of the inning. Back to the top of the order in Dylan Kramer. Opening pitch to him is up high, ball. Down low. 2-0. There's a pop to second base. Going to be caught there by Rodriguez Lara for the second out. Brings up Evan Edge, who walked in the first. Peachy delivers, and that will drift out of foul territory. Rufner gave chase. Bounces into the fence, but really never had a chance to catch that one. Peachy ahead, 0-1. And Peachy spikes that one in the ground in the left-handed batter's box. 1-1. And he delivers, popped up and over my head. 1-2. There it is. Tapper to third. Has that one and over to first. And Rufner will tag him out. And the side is retired. So 1-2-3 go the Wildcats into third. Waterloo maintains a 1-0 lead. Peachy with 3 scoreless innings under his belt. Parrots are back at the top of the order. Toy, Tobias, and Rufner. The first 3 due up here in the bottom of the third. Pitch to the bottom of the third, and he flies that one out to center. Drifting to his right a little bit is Brown, Dawson Brown. 1 pitch, 1 out. Brings up Sawyer Tobias. He swings and taps that one foul back to the fence. Tobias singled to right and came around to score in the first. That's our difference. Grounder to third and on to first for the second out of the inning. That pitch misses. Ball 1. And that is in there for a strike. 1-1. And Rufner pops that one foul, giving chase as the first baseman. And nice, dropped it over there. Heck of an effort over there by Dylan Kramer. But Rufner behind 1-2. And Rufner pops that one up and out of play. That's outside a ball. 2-2. And that is down low. Rufner leaves that one alone. 3-2 the count. Smith delivers. And a line shot to left. Caught out there by the left fielder. Playing rather shallow. But the side is retired. Through 3 innings of play, it remains Waterloo 1, Belleville nothing. Three, 4, and 5 hitters due up for the Wildcats. Griffin, Smith, and Henry. And opening pitch of the 4th. Peachy misses inside a ball. And that misses low and outside. 2-0. And down low. 3-0. And 4 straight. So Dawson Smith, the lefty. And fire down to first. Snap throw over there. Rufner ready for it, but not in time. Griffin able to get back. 0-1 count to Smith. And Smith is off at the pitch. Blooping out there to right. That will fall. And hit run action for the Wildcats. Effective. First and second now with nobody down. Wes Henry up. Oh, we got a balk. So second and third with nobody down. And load outside, ball one. And that is swung on and missed, strike one. That's up high. 2-1. And that is low. 3-1. Peachy trying to stretch out a little bit here. And that is overthrown. So bases will be loaded. I expect a coaching visit to the mound here. Peachy just doesn't look comfortable out there in this inning, and looks like he is rubbing his arm a little bit. We may have a pitching change here coming up. Peachy will be responsible for the 3 runs on first. Well, Peachy's still with the ball in his hand, so he's probably going to stay on. Going to ride him till his arm falls off, I guess. 6, 7, and 8 as the next 3 in the lineup. Josh Bear is in. Corner's in for the Pirates. Play is at the plate. Cut down the lead runner and pop foul and out of play. 0-1. A walk, a single, and another walk is how we've gotten here. Peachy's 0-1 pitch is pop foul over the Wildcat dugout. Peachy ahead 0-2. There it is. Swung on and missed. 69 at the top of the zone. 1 down now. With bases loaded. Brings up Neath King, the catcher. Still with bases loaded. And that is a tapper to second. Rodriguez Lara will take the sure out at first. Run comes in to score. That's Owen Griffin, and it is tied 1-1. First pitch is ball. And Peachy misses outside. Ohms ahead 2-0. I would expect this to be Peachy's last inning. Swung on and missed. Late swing by Ohms. Behind on that one. 2-1 is the count. And Peachy delivers. Popped up. Who wants it? Looks like Rufner's calling it, and he will take it for the 3rd out of the inning. So bases loaded, nobody out, limits the damage, Peachy does, to only 1 run. So heading to the bottom of the 4th, we are knotted up at 1s. Four, 5, and 6 for the Pirates. Hunter, Peachy, and Perez Garcia. Hunter with a ground out in the 1st that scored Tobias. And Peachy struck out to end the 1st. Leo Perez Garcia struck out on 3 straight to begin the 2nd. So Ryan Hunter. Wind feels like it shifted a little bit. Might be actually blowing in from center. Looking for the flagpole over on the football field, and I don't see it. Opening pitch to Hunter outside a ball. And Hunter with a grounder to 3rd. Gloved over there, throws on to 1st, and Hunter is retired. Hunter trying to say that he pulled the bag, pulled his foot. But umpire right there. So brings up Avery Peachy. As I said, a strikeout victim in the 1st. Opening pitch to him is up high, a ball, and it's outside. And another one outside, 2-0. And that's up high. Good eye by Peachy. He's ahead, 3-0. And that is down low. So a 4-pitch walk. Peachy patient enough to get the walk. Brings up Luis Perez Garcia. Peachy only with a step lead over there. Perez Garcia lays off of that one. 5 straight balls. Thrown by Smith. Peachy holds. And in there to Perez Garcia, who takes even at a ball and a strike. And that is down low. Good stop over there by Neath King. Keep that from going back to the fence, and Peachy taking 2nd. Perez Garcia up 2-1. And that just misses 3-1. Perez Garcia looking back at the umpire almost looked like he was begging him to call a strike. 3-1. That is up high, so back-to-back walks. Brings up Emmanuel Granados with 1 down. And Granados comes up empty. 0-1. And again, swinging over the top of that one. And a liner into right field. And that is going to roll for a while. Peachy going to come in to score. Granados in with a standing double. And the Pirates regain the lead 2-1. Opening pitch to Ring is in there for a strike. And that is down low, back to the fence. Perez Garcia will score. And it is 3-1. That's in there for a strike. 1-2 to Ring. And down low. 2-2. And Ring swings underneath that pitch. And 2 outs. Brings up Leo Rodriguez. And ball 1. Up high to Rodriguez Lara. He's had 2-0. That's outside 3-0. And Rodriguez holds up for a strike. And Leo drops, in there for a strike. Delayed call there by the umpire. But full count now. And that is down low to Leo. He walks anyway. First and third with 2 down. Brings up Wyatt Toy. Nobody holding Leo on first. Get a big secondary lead. Toy behind that one. And fouls that one back. And Toy taps that one foul. He's behind 0-2. Up past first. And we'll do it again at 0-2. And Toy back into the fence again. Pirates with 2 in the inning. Rodriguez back off with the pitch. Wild pitch up high. Rodriguez Lara coming down to third, and he's in there for a stolen base. And advancing to third on the wild pitch. And we will have time. Coaching visit to the mound. And pitches outside to Toy. 2-2. Don't see anybody warming up for the Pirates in the bullpen. Can't believe Peachy's going to come back. And Toy, 3-2. Can't believe Peachy's going to come back in and pitch. He does have his glove on, though, so maybe they're going to start with him now if they give him a 3-run lead. Maybe let him get into trouble. First things first, Toy, 3-2 count. And Smith delivers, and that is fouled back and out of play. Toy hanging tough. Smith delivers, and Toy with a grounder right back to the pitcher. He will underhand to Kramer covering first, and the side is retired. But the Pirates with 3 big runs in their half of inning number 4. They lead it now 4-1. Peachy up to 70 pitches. We're going to ride this, I guess, until his arm falls off, maybe. 9-10, and then back to the top of the order. Maybe the hope is to at least get these first 2 out and see how he does against the top half of the order. And Peachy's first pitch of the 5th is fouled off in front of the Pirate dugout. 0-1. 0-1 to Brady Noble. And second pitch is spiked in front of the plate. 1-1. And there's a pitch in there. 67 swung on and missed. Peachy ahead 1-2. And that is swung on and missed. So first out of the inning recorded via the strikeout. Brings up the center fielder, Dawson Brown. First pitch by Peachy is in there for a strike, swung on and missed. And that is swung on and missed, pulled out of there. Peachy ahead 0-2. Peachy pounding the strike zone in this fifth inning. And down low, good stop by Hunter. 1-2 the count. Pirates with 3 in their half of inning number 4. That's where the difference comes. They lead it 4-1. 1-2 count by Peachy. Held up. Did Brown. 2-2. And that is popped up to center field. Drifting out there is Toy, and he will have that for the second out of the inning. About 6 steps to his left and took care of it. So 2 up, 2 down, bases empty, back to the top of the order. And Dylan Kramer playing first base today. And Peachy hits the outside corner at 69. And tries to hit the same spot, but a little bit further outside. A ball, 1-1. And fouled up the right field line. Peachy ahead 1-2. And Peachy delivers. Tries to hit the outside corner and misses. At 75, that's the highest miles per hour pitch I've seen Peachy throw today. Good to see that in the fifth inning, actually. 2-2. And delivers. Grounder to first. Dylan Rufner unable to come up with that one. Going down the right field line. Granado's able to corral that one. Rufner thought that was going to hop, and it went right under his glove. So, 2-out single for the Wildcats. Brings up Evan Edge as a shortstop. And another balk called. Peachy must be moving his shoulder forward. And first pitch to Edge is a grounder foul outside of first. 0-1. And swung on and missed at the bottom of the zone, 63 miles an hour. Nice changeup there. Peachy ahead 0-2. And Peachy swung on and missed. And Edge goes down swinging. through 4.5. Waterloo leads it 4-1. Two, 3, and 4 for the Pirates in their half of inning number 5. Tobias, Rufner, and Hunter. Tobias standing in. Opening pitch to him is in there for a strike at, I couldn't see how fast it was. And that one is swung on and missed at 66. Tobias behind 0-2. And grounder to third and over the third baseman's glove. Bear had his glove on the ground and hopped right over it. So Tobias leads off the 5th with a single. Brings up Rufner. And opening pitch to him is popped up out to center. Brown will camp under that one for the first out. Brings up Ryan Hunter. And that pitch is down low to Hunter, ball 1. And down low to Hunter, he leaves that one alone also, 2-0. Tobias, not much of a lead over there at first. And that is outside, 3-0. And that is swung on at 3-0. Must have had the green light. 3-1. And Hunter comes up empty. Full count, 3-2. And that is swung on and missed. So 2 outs with Tobias still on first. Brings up Avery Peachy. Opening pitch to him is down low a ball. Peachy struck out in the first and walked in the fourth. And Peachy with a grounder to second. Bobbled over there. Peachy is off the base. Pulls his foot, and Peachy is safe. Sawyer Tobias safe at second. So first and second, 2 down, brings up Luis Perez Garcia. And leaves that one alone at 67 for a strike. Peachy not being held on. Good secondary lead over there. Outside a ball. One and one to Luis. And behind that one, 1 and 2. That is down low. Tobias off to try to steal third, and he is caught stealing for the third out of the inning. Pirates strand 1. And through 5 innings of play, they still lead it 4-1. Peachy on for his 6th inning of work. 3, 4, and 5 due up. Griffin, Smith, and Henry. First pitch by Peachy is in there at 67. He's ahead 0-1. Up high, 1-1. Down low, 2-1. That drops low, 3-1. Peachy will probably have a short leash here. And that is way outside, back to the fence. So a walk to start the 6th. Brings up Dawson Smith. First pitch is popped up on the infield. Tobias going to grab that. Nope, Peachy will basket catch, fall on the ground, and safe at second. I don't know what's going on out there. That's Sawyer's ball. Runners on first and second now with nobody out. That is not Peachy's ball. That's got to be a shortstop calling him off on that. First and second, nobody out. And gets by Hunter. Runners will move up to second and third. Gonna go throw home. Potential call for obstruction, but unfortunately the runner stopped. So with all that behind us, runners on second and third. With a 1-0 count. Peachy misses up high. I don't quite understand why Peachy came out for this half inning. He was up to 85 pitches already. And in there for a strike, 1-1. I mean, you have the entire rest of the lineup that can pitch. We haven't had a game since last week, Tuesday. And up high to Peachy. 2-1. It misses down low. Bases will be loaded now, and I believe Merkel's going to finally come out of the bullpen, out of the box. It is only 3-1. Never mind. Wes Henry thought that was ball 4. It's only 3-1. Come on, Peachy, make that hurt. There it is. Popped up and out of play. 3-2. And up high. What is... Looks like Sawyer Tobias will be getting the ball here. Not sure what we have for a defensive lineup here. Looks like Peachy will move to third. Brady Shaner has moved into left field. Rufner still at first. Perez Garcia moves from third to second. And Rodriguez Lara moves from second to short. So, Tobias Sawyer comes into this game with bases loaded and nobody out in the sixth. Josh Bear will stand in. Opening pitch by Tobias is up high, ball one. And that is in there for a strike. 1-1. And that is up high by Tobias. 2-1. That is up high. 3-1. Three and one to count. No place to put him. And in there for a strike at 63. Full count. And Sawyer pitches, misses the outside corner. Ball four. So bases still loaded, and the Wildcats with another run in. It's 4-2. Corners up to cut down the lead runner. Peachy even with the bag at third, though. Rufner playing ahead of the runner at first. Up high, a ball, 1-0. And that drops on the corner for a strike. Even hit a ball and a strike. Tobias delivers, swung on and missed. He's ahead 1-2. And grounder in the hole to center field. Run will come in to score. Nice backup by Tobias, but on the throw home, nobody with a cutoff. Tobias with a backup and 2-run score. This game's tied. And runners on second and third with nobody out. Ball one. And popped up. Who wants it? It's going to be heading out of play up against the fence. Rufner giving chase, unable to catch up to that one. 1-1 the count. And that is swung on 1-2. Pitch to Ohms, swung on and missed for the first out of the inning. Runners still on second and third. Brings up Brady Noble. Opening pitch to him is up high ball. Like to get these two hitters 9 and 10, not have to face the top of the order with anybody on. In the 7th, and that is fouled back straight into me. And we'll do it again. At 1-1. Up high ball, 2-1. And misses on the outside. Tobias behind 3-1. He delivers. That's in there. Swung on and missed at the bottom of the zone. 3-2 now. And that is up high, ball 4. So bases will be loaded once again for the Wildcats with only one down. Brings up Dawson Brown, the bottom of the order. High, ball 1. And that is swung through. 1-1. That's in there for a strike. 1-2. Runner at third is getting a huge lead. Tobias could throw over there quickly. Peachy's playing in front of the runner, which he's actually close to the runner. And there it is, swung on and missed for the second out of the inning. Back to the top of the order. But there's 2 down now. Any bag on the third out. I try to keep this as a tie game. Tobias pitches that one right down the middle, 65, that Kramer took for a strike. And flied out to left. That is going to be foul out there. Looked like Ring might have been able to actually run after that a little bit further. Looked like as soon as it was going to hit out of foul territory, he just kind of let it go. If he stayed on his horse, he might have been able to catch that one. But Tobias ahead, 0-2. And he delivers. And fly ball out to right. Cut out there by Granados. And the inning is over, but the Wildcats with 3 big runs in the 6th. They tie it up. It's now 4-4. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Pirates. Tobias caught stealing. New pitcher on for the Wildcats. It's number 18, Landon Yarbo. Check the rest of the defense here for you. Opening pitch to Perez Garcia is in there for a strike. And that pitch is outside the ball at 61. Perez Garcia, Granados, and Shaner scheduled. And up high, 2-1. And that is inside the ball. Perez Garcia ahead. 3-1. And pitch is inside for... So, ball 4. So, opening pitch walk. Opening batter walk, I should say. To Perez Garcia. Brings up Granados, who leaves that one alone for a strike. And fly out to left. Nice contact by Granados. Just a long out, unfortunately. Perez Garcia will head back to first. 1 out in first. 1 out with a runner on first, I should say. And first pitch to Shaner is outside a ball. High ball. Slow as this pitch is coming in, we got to get Perez Garcia over to second. And that's 3-0. Yarbrough delivers, drops in there for a strike at 49. Shaner still ahead, 3-1. And that is high and tight. So Shaner walks, and runners on first and second with 1 down. Brings up Leo Rodriguez. Go ahead run on second base. And Rodriguez leaves that one high. Ball 1. And misses inside, 2-0. And that is high over his head. 3-0. Yarborough's pitch is outside a ball. So Leo walks, and bases are loaded, and we are back to the top of the order in Wyatt Toy. With only one down, I have a coaching visit to the mound here. We have a pitching change. Yep, Yarborough coming out as we head back to the top of the order.
Sorry about that one, boss.
Josh Bear will come on from third base and come on to pitch. Straight switch with Yarborough. He will take over at third. Bases loaded, only one out. The go-ahead run 90 feet away for the Pirates in a 4-4 tie. And Toy takes that one and fouls that one straight back for strike one. Bases full of Pirates. Chance to take the lead here in the bottom of the sixth. Bear delivers. And Toy with a grounder into left field. Perez Garcia will score station to station. And Toy with an RBI. And the Pirates now lead it 5-4 to get one of those runs back. Brings up Sawyer Tobias. Opening pitch to him is swung on and fouled up the left field line. Long strike, that's all that is, 0-1. And drops on the outside corner. Tobias behind, 0-2. And overthrow back to the fence. Shaner will come in to score. Everybody else moves up 90 feet. And it's 6-4. That is fouled off. We'll do it again at 1-2. Tobias pops that one up to second. And dropped over there. Everybody is safe. No infield fly rule, no force at any base. Runners are only on second and third, so now bases will be loaded. I think it's only one out. I had two listed there, but Rufner swings through that one. Bases full of Pirates. Rufner 0-1 to him. Tap foul up to the third base coaching box. Merkel will get that one back into play. And Rufner behind 0-2. And Rufner with a shot into left center. That will roll to the fence. Leo Rodriguez is in. Toy is in. Tobias will be held at third, and Rufner with a stand-up double. And the Pirates with two more in the inning. And it's 8-4. So Ryan Hunter stands in with runners on second and third and only one out. Opening pitch to him, fouled into the fence. He's behind 0-1. And that is inside. Way to lay off Hunter. Would have pounded that one into the ground, probably up to third. Slow roller. 1-1 the count. Bear delivers, and grounder to third, booted over there by Yarborough. Throws high to first, and out of play. 2 runs will score. And Hunter will end up at third. So 1 out with a runner on second in Hunter. And opening pitch to Peachy is swung on and missed. And Peachy pops that one up to first and drops foul out of play. Pitcher tried to take that one. Nothing but a long strike there. Short strike, high strike, foul strike, whatever you want to call it. So Peachy behind 0-2. And Peachy fouls that one. Gonna fall out of play. Right fielder pulled up on that one. Looked like he had a chance to catch that one, just like Shaner did in the top half of this inning. But we'll do it again at 0-2. Pirates with 6 runs in the inning, looking for more. Peachy the 9th man to hit in the inning. And Peachy stays alive and fouls that one straight back. 0-2. And we'll get a ball in from the first base coach, Logan Dolphin. 0-2 count. Blair delivers, and Peachy leaves that one alone outside a ball at 61. Peachy still behind 1-2. with Hunter on second. And that is outside. Same spot, same result. 2-2. And Peachy stays alive and fouls that one straight over my head. 2-2. Quite the battle going on here. And Peachy puts a charge into that one out to right field. Right fielder unable to catch up to that one. It's just a long foul ball again. Peachy getting his jogging in here. So quite the battle with Peachy going on here. He needs it. Been struggling at the plate lately. 2-2 count. One out in the sixth. Bear delivers. Peachy with a grounder. Look what I found. The shortstop and on to first. So solid contact, but he moved the runner over. So 2 down now with a runner on third. And brings up Luis Perez Garcia, who led off the inning with a walk. And in there for a strike at 65. 0-1. That's down low. And Leo Rodriguez. Perez Garcia. Man, I'm going to get this wrong again. Luis Perez Garcia. Probably get these right at the last game of the year. 1-2 to him. And that is down low. 2-2. And down low to Perez Garcia. Full count. Perez Garcia reaches Granados. Waits on deck. And in there for a strike on the inside corner, and the side is retired. But the Pirates with 6 big runs in the bottom of the sixth. They take a 10-4 lead. We head to the top of the seventh. Tobias in there for a strike. 1 pitch, 1 out to Edge. Owen Griffin leaves that one alone, and that hits the corner. He's behind 0-2. Tobias delivers. Curveball just misses at 58. I don't know where that one missed. I think that one crossed the plate. Might have been caught off the plate, but I think it crossed the plate. 1-2 count. And Tobias up high, 2-2. Two to Griffin, and pop foul and out of play over the Pirate bench. Rufner's run over there a few times and run out of real estate. But nice hustle by the first baseman. 2-2 by Tobias up high, ball 3. Almost at the 2-hour mark. This will be the last half of the inning. And there it is, a grounder to short. Rodriguez Lara's got that one over to first. And Rufner hangs on to that for the second out. Nice play over there. So 2 outs. And brings up Dawson Smith. Moved to center field when he was subbed out for pitcher. 2 down in the 7th. And up high and outside a ball. And outside a ball. 2-0. And same spot, 3-0. Tobias missing 3 straight pitches in the right-handed batter's box. And inside on the corner for a strike, 3-1 now. And same spot, 3-2. Full count, 2 outs in the 7th. Tobias delivers, and same spot. And this time Smith swings at it and fouls that one straight back. Three and two again. And fouled out of play. Curveball a little inside, but Smith couldn't hold up on it. 3-2 again. And Tapper foul outside of third. Good battle between Tobias and Smith here. And popped up. Who wants it? Rufner will take that in front of Perez Garcia. And the game is over. Waterloo, 6 big runs in the 6th. Proved to be the difference. They win it 10-4. Their next game on Thursday, the 15th, where they will host Watertown Luther Prep. Varsity will be on the road, so they will play at Skalitsky Field. Once again, your final score here from Waterloo High School. Waterloo gets even